Buongiorno folks, how are we doing?
How are we going?
Mr. Kinder, ladies and gentlemen.
Alan Norwich.
Any pulls?
Yeah, 20 quid Alan if you're going in them.
There we go.
Please. Thanking you.
Thank you very much. How was it fishing?
Hard, but fair.
It's like everywhere, it's fishing hard.
Just fishing hard, mate.
Where's he drawn? David Wood.
16, bang on.
Oh,
Here we go, this is for you,
we go.
Alan.
oh, please be good, please be
Not
good.
bad.
26.
26.
Any good?
It's alright there, mate. It's a good recent area.
Right, lovely. Right, thank you very much.
Cheers,
We shall
Alan.
see you soon. Are you fishing today, Andy?
I am, mate, yeah.
Right.
I ain't
Good luck,
drawn
pal.
yet. I'll get somebody to draw.
See you soon, pal. Right, folks, I've got to catch up with David Wood. Have a look at this. Oh, it's his snap box. What's he got in here? Oh, he's got chicken stick. Nice drink there. Oh, I like these. I think I'll have that. I'll put that in my pocket. Oh, what have we got here? Peppered steak slice. Might have that as well. What if you'll miss his snap? What do you reckon? Morning fisher people, I'm Alan Norwich from FishOn TV, and today it's Wednesday the 28th of April, and I'm here, as you probably already guessed, at the fantastic Barston Lakes. I think you've seen I've drawn peg 26. Didn't mean a right lot to me, but apparently it's an okay peg. They've been catching up in the 50s. I think they were £180 up there. Apparently down here they were sort of 40s, 50s and £60 caught. So David Wood's drawn 16, and I've just had to walk down there. There's loads and loads of fish just swirling about everywhere down there. So we have seen one or two in front of us. In fact, there's one just jumped in front of us now. So you never know, there could be one or two fish to show. It's a pretty basic day's fishing. I've got a waggler rod set up if this wind don't get too heavy. Waggler rod. I've got a long, got my 12-foot map SUV parabolics SUV to measure the distance out. I think I'm at about 60 metres. I've got a short line set up. I'm going to be pinging pellets out there on the short line, which is the same line I could try with the waggler. So pretty basic day. I've got a bomb rod set up. You know, you never know, sometimes I prefer bomb to a feeder, and that's it. So it's basically feeder fishing, maybe a little bit of waggler fishing. Peg 26, Barston Lakes in the Maver match this qualifier, and I've got Kieran Rich beside of me on peg 25. He seems to know the venue quite well. He's not fished for about 3 months, he says, so he's just been scraping all ground bait out of his feeders and God knows what. But we've also got on peg 22, I've got Nick Speed. Got all his new gear, his new rods out. David Wood's a bit further down, so looks like it's going to be an entertaining day. Really looking forward to it. Let's see how we get on. It's a second visit to Barston Lakes. It'd be nice to get a few pulls and quite a lot of fish in the net. So update shortly, we'll see how we get on. Oh, I'll tell you what, before we go, have a quick look where I am. Right, that, if I've got it right, over there is peg 124. That's a famous 124. Don't think it's been performing that great of late. So there are your hundreds, and this is it. We've got an island over here. I've got to fish, I can't cast over there to 124, I've got to fish at this, because we're on an angle, I've got to fish at this sort of direction. So I've got a short line at about 30 metres, I've got to measure this one out further out here, which I think is almost in the middle, about 60 metres. I'll still measure it out and find out where we are. And that's basically it. It's to sit and wait, and I can chuck the waggler about around this area wherever the pellets go. Let's just see what happens. Right. Fingers crossed, we had a decent day. Right folks, unbelievably, after 8 minutes, once 8 runs round, it were a little back bite. I think it's a skimmer. It's not a bad start. Not a skimmer, a bream maybe, I don't know, skimmer, bream. You can really tell till you get them in, but it's not putting a mighty battle up or anything. I don't know, it's trying a bit more now. Let's have a look. Is it a bream or is it an F1? Not sure. have a look. Oh, you bugger. It was an F1 and the hook just pulled out. Yeah, we don't need that, do we? Right at the net.
This is what I had 3 days ago. Exactly the same thing.
Oh dear. Nobody likes to see that. Right, we'll see if we can keep this one on. That went round after a minute and a half. Can't believe it. Not sure, F1 or small carp. Oh, don't know. It's trying a bit more. Might be a carp actually. It's trying a bit more than I thought. Oh, I can't believe that. That's a great start. Just hope that tip keeps going around like it just has. It's behaving a bit now. Let's see if it stays on. QM1 size 12 it ought to do. Wind keeps blowing me hood up. Shock leader. Oh, it's a decent carp as well. Bigger than I thought. Hello. Yes, it's come to life now. Got my hook on there. Just check because it might have bounced the hook out. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it has. Twisting in the net. Right, not a bad start. 6 pounder. The fly is winning my eyes. Go on then. Get swimming back into the net. Right, not a bad start at all, but yeah, that's just snapped that off right in my net. Right, let's get back out there. Wind behind makes it casting a bit easier. Yeah, and that last bite, it takes about a minute and a half, or nearly 2 minutes for all the lines, because it's shallow, to sink. Went round before it all sunk. Result. Right. Get the timer set. Let's hope it goes again. Oh, I think I'm into a right fish here. It went right onto my clip. I was just about to unclip. Oh. It's gone into next doors. He's had to lift his rod up. It keeps feeling like I've lost it. It must be going around its fins. I'm hoping this is an half decent fish. Yeah, it's 2 secs. Nearly there. Sorry. Yeah, it's still there. It's still in your swim, that. It's going past your swim now. into the next one. I think it's a decent size. Just kited off crazy. I'll get back to you in a bit. Right folks, it's bad news. That kited off to the right through 3 pegs apparently. The guys further up, I saw it splashing about. The guy said it were a right brute. Barston Ness, I think. Going through all them different, they'll have all been striking and the hook's just pulled out. Dislodged my hook. And I've got my line in a tree and it just went right around the corner. The only problem with fishing at distance, if it's not going any further, it can just keep kiting around it right, and I just couldn't stop it. But they just said, you know, they held their arms out, just said it were a right brute. So, but as you can imagine, I think it happened to me when Graham Scott were there. It went into his line, he's lifted, dislodged the hook, and that's what's happened just there. It was a big fish. And they are, but there's some really big ones in here. I mean, if there had been no anglers to my right, I could have walked, and weren't fishing a match, I could have walked over there and just played it and let it go where it wanted, but you've got to sit in your peg. I can only try and guide it round, and it's resulted in a lost fish, so not a lot I could do about it. That would have really helped me cause today, that one. I'm guessing it's got to have been, from what they've said. Oh, just had a slight indication there. Backbite. No. I think it was a skimmer backbite. Either that or a line. I've been getting a few backbites, and it might even be a skimmer, it might be a small skimmer. Been getting a few backbites striking and nothing being on, so there might be 1 or 2 fish, you know, just moving the feeder a little bit. Could be a little skimmer, this. Alright. Yeah, it's a little skimmer. There we go. I'll just get this. I think that was David Wood phoning me, wanting to know what I was doing in the tree. I'll just have to tell him monkey got out at the van. I was chasing monkey, trying to get him out of that tree. Somebody were asking about monkey. Has he got monk on? He was pointing to the way, wasn't he? Yeah, he gets monk on if I don't bring his bananas. Right, let's get back out there. That's a good sign. At least I've had a bite within 2 minutes, so let's just hope there's a few more out there. I'm a bit disappointed with that, because if that had been, say, £20, which it could have been, don't know, I never saw it, but I just know it felt very, very, very heavy. Pretty much like the ones that you've seen me land a few weeks ago. Right, we'll get back in and we'll see if we can get another. Damn it! What a time to lose a beast. I know you might think I'm taking my time here, but I do like to get this right. I like that to sit up like that, hook buried in there. That's how it sits on the bottom. Get a fish. Update for you. I think Nick Speed's had about 6. Apparently that's a really good area down there, up to about 60. Where Dave is 16 to sort of 22. I think 20 is the favoured area. I've heard that somebody's got 4 or 5, and I think Nick's got 5 or 6. This guy to my left's got a couple. The guy to my right's got 1 and some skimmers. I'm not sure what's been caught to my right there. I don't think there's a great deal being caught to my right there. I've had, since I lost the big one, I've had a couple of skimmers. I've just had a quick look on my short line where I've been firing some pellets. Had a little go with a pellet waggler, but boy oh boy, there's a right toe. It's moving too quick for me, that. Don't mind a little bit of toe, but when it's tramming through like that with this wind, it's really towing to it right, so I'll give that up as a bad job. The reason I tried that is because when I went out on the short line, I was getting quite a few liners, so I just thought I'll have a quick look, see if there's anything just, you know, off the bottom. but it was just moving far too fast to persevere with that, and it is very blustery today, to be fair. So I've just come back out of my long line, have another look there, because I've had pretty much nothing since the carp and the big lost one. Bumped out of a few early doors, but it's I wouldn't say it's exactly on fire. So I could do with hooking into a couple about the size that I had on earlier and landing them. That's a shame that. I think that big one would have cancelled a few of Nick's out, but that's just how it is. It wasn't to be. So that's your update. Back out long. Let's just hope there are some more fish turn up. And I've no idea how anybody else is doing up there. Dave Woods told me that he's had 3 carp. I think he's got 2 about £5 and an F1, something like that. So I desperately need another fish. I've noticed that he didn't have anything for quite a while when we all went quiet around here. And I noticed it looked like he'd gone to about past halfway, I would have said, about 80 metres maybe, something like that. So maybe a little bit more. It was. I mean, I'm at about 65, 70, and he was further than that. So fingers crossed we get a few pulls. Fingers crossed, that's a new word. I keep saying that quite a lot. I'm going to stop saying that. Fingers crossed. So let's just start with a few more pulls, a few more fish in the net. I've got a section of 6. I've got the bloody scales. Can you believe it? So I'm weighing in from me up to my right, 2 sections to my right. I think another decent fish, certainly if I'd have had that big one, would have put me in front for my section. Doesn't sound like we're going to be winning anything down here, winning the match from here. It sounds like the 50s, 58 I think. I think they had £180 on 58. That seems to be the area at the minute. But you just never know. You'll get 2 or 3 decent fish like the one I've had on earlier. Your weight's soon up there, so let's just hope that tip goes round a few more times. And it is actually getting a bit chilly now. You can tell with this. I mean, I've not put my hood up, it's just blown up. Very blustery. Right, over and out, that's your update. Let's have a look. Nick Speed just cast out. Yeah, oh, he's gone well past halfway. So he's going for some mighty casts. Right, see you in a bit. Right, folks, I've got to tell you, Kieran Richards side me here. I mean, he had a big one earlier, looked like 15 poundish, but this brute here, that has got to be 20 pound. He's just had a whopper. Oh my goodness me, that's put him in contention as that. That is an absolute beast. And I've still not had a bite. In the last half hour he must have had 35 pound in 2 fish. There's some beasts in here, so I'm reckoning that one I had on earlier was something like that he's just had. Absolute belting fish. So well done, Kieran Rich. Another skimmer. Kieran getting 15 to, I thought it looked about 20, so it might not have quite been that. And I'm getting these bloody little tilly little things. Typical. Right. I've just noticed he's getting them on a short line. So that's where I'm going. I've been feeding the short line the same as he has. So I'm going to have a look on the short line, see if we can get a few from there. Right then folks, I've been getting skimmered out. Everybody's catching carp. See you later. And I thought, right, I'm going to try an 8mm pellet on bomb. There we go, it looks like a decent size F1. There we go, better. So all I've been able to catch is bloody skimmers. So on the short line, I've just changed to a bomb. F1. And I've ended up with this, and it won't stay still. Oh, he's spinning in the net. Just stay still for a second. Right. So he's about £4-ish, which is better than nothing. 4 or 5 pounder. And I just got that on the bomb because I was just getting skinned out with when I got micros round. I just thought I've got to try something because it's just soul destroying when you're just reeling in 3-ounce skimmers and people are catching 5 and 10 and 15-pound carp near you, you know. So get my hood down so you can see. I've got my hood up because it gets a bit cold when I'm not got my hood up. So you know, I don't think it's the normal way of catching, but at the end of the day it's carp fishing, and I've caught plenty of carp on bomb and pellet, so why not give it a go? Just seeing it was only in 3.5 minutes, so the usual thing, and it's difficult to get these pellets accurate with this wind. So out there, 2 lots because there's big fish in here, so I'm not frightened about putting a little bit of snap in. It seems like they are wanting a bit. So just short of the duck. Oh, that's come off now. Can you believe that? The pellets come off. Right, we'll get back to that. What I'm going to do, get back out and get another. Right, it's gone round again on the pellet at last. Again. Tried going around the corner, then when turned round and went onto Kieran's line. Going everywhere, these fish. I'm only really fishing for my section now, so every fish now at last hour counts. I think the guy to my right is the one to beat. Right, scrap up. It's not a bad size. You really need this as a bit of a bonus. Come on, fish. Behave. Come to the mighty fishing. Not so mighty today. Feel a bit semi-skimmed. Watching all these people catch these big lumps. Come on, get your head up, baby. Oh, nearly had him. Hey, bloody, it's on the sea net. You just can't quite get him. Mighty battle up. Oh, bloody arms dropping off. Come on, get your head up. He just won't get his head up. Come on, lift your head up now this time. Yes. With your team. Oh, that's a decent unit, is that? About £9 or £10. Certainly. A nice lump. Well, thank goodness for that. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A decent fish at last. Well, let's get back in. We could do a couple more. Right, there's 20 minutes to go. I thought I'd got another bite. It was a great liner. I went straight round, but it must have been a line. I've gone back out on the long line. Had nothing to the big one. I hadn't had a bite. So I'm just resting that. I've had a cast long, and my last couple of casts are going to be short. Don't know how I'm doing each section. I think I'm doing all right, but from me to right, I mean, there's people packing up and walking past, so the people further to your right are just going home. It seems to be worse the more right you go from me. Right, there's 20 minutes to go. Not a lot of fish. I think I've about 20 pound-ish. And I'm not sure what the guy to my right's got. He might have about the same. So, going off what I've been told, how true it is I don't know. The 5 to my right have not been doing great, but I can't keep looking at them at all times because I'm looking that way at my tip. So I don't know how I'm getting on with this section. I could do with another good fish. I've nothing else short. Neither has Kieran. I'm just trying out long for 5 or 6 minutes. Just resting that short line, and I'm going to finish the match off on the short line. I had quite a few last time. Just never know. It'll be interesting to know what they've got to my right, the next 5 guys up, but there's quite a lot of people packing up from the right. Don't think it's a favoured area at the minute. It seems to be from sort of, well, Dave said I was just out of it really. I'd get a few fish, but I was just out of like a favoured area. I think it's sort of, I'm 26, I think it's 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, I think they're the favoured areas. And they have been catching 1 or 2. So the best I can hope for is doing okay in this section, but it's not a great weight. One more 10 pounder might put me in with a chance of a section win. I don't know. I'm weighing in, so I'll soon find out as we're weighing in. Right, I'm due to go back on the short line. There's nothing happening out there. It's just strange. This morning cast out within a few minutes it went round, and then 2 minutes later it went round again, and it's just dried up. Very strange, but still thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a cracking place. I don't mind this feeder fishing, distance fishing, so I'm undecided whether to go on the bomb out there or the feeder. I think I might actually go on the bomb short. I've had 2 decent carp on that. All I seem to get with the hybrid feeder is skimmer bites, and that's what he's getting next door as well. Right, last 15 or 20 minutes. Let's hope I get one more decent pull off a decent fish. Come on. Well, not going to believe it, but tip went round, and 3 seconds later the hooter went, and it's just gone right into bloody reeds. I don't know why they keep kiting off to this right hand side here, but they do. This could do with this one in. just to help me course for the section, so fingers crossed. It's come away from the leads anyway. I've just been moaning about saying I could just do with another one until it went. Let's just hope we can get it in.
This lad, you know.
Get my hood down. Oh, yeah, bugger.
Well done.
He's not in yet.
Did you put it in the net?
No, he just sunk away, didn't he? Come on, Mr. Fish, behave.
How did he get on? How did he get on? Yeah.
I put some mighty battles up these fish. Again, they're lively again now. Just won't get his head up. As soon as you think you're getting his head up, they turn and then they go back down again. Yes, we've got him this time. I think that's just helped me course for my section. I hope. £6, £7, maybe a bit more, I don't know. We shall see. There we go. Get in. Right on the whistle. That's why we call it Fish on TV. Unbelievable, isn't it? Right, we'll see you at the weigh-in. Right then, Fisher people, we are all weighed in. I've drove all the way home. I'm back home now, so just thought I'd do the summary of today's Maver match, this qualifier at the fantastic, well, the awesome Barston Lakes. It was a full venue, If I had to be critical, it was quite tight pegging, with the odd area where there was a missed peg, or whether it's somebody that's not turned up. So the odd one had a spare peg, and one of them was in a favoured area, which I didn't know about until later. Favoured areas, I think Dave Wood from Bag Up TV, I think he was in a decent area. He wasn't unhappy with it. In the teens, they say, is always okay. Sort of maybe 15 up to about 22 or 23 round that area. Even up to 24 is not out of it. Even where I was, they reckon you're still going to catch fish on its day. It can produce. And from what I've seen today, even up to where the Polish guy, Chiz, or everybody calls him Chris because it is a bit difficult to pronounce, so we'll call him Chris, on peg 27. I had Kieran on peg 25 to my left, Kieran Rees. Right, today's plan, dead straightforward. It was always going to be a long hybrid feeder. Short, I'd got a waggler, bomb, and a Duro banjo feeder for the short line. So I was constantly firing pellets out there. The noise does attract the fish. There were fish mulling about everywhere. There were quite a few liners. The fish are on the move a little bit more. In fact, there were one or two splashed at sort of 5 meters today to Kieran's left. Never tried that shot, to be honest with you. My match started off great. 3 casts, 3 bites. Bumped an F1 off, which I think you saw. Caught a 6 or 7, maybe even 8 pound carp. Then I bumped a skimmer off, and then all I had was liners and nothing else. Absolutely zero. Onto the short line, because I was getting 1 or 2 liners. Put the Duro banjo feeder on. First time round, didn't really have anything at all. Back out on the long line, I think I had 1 or 2 skimmers. Then liners. Every time I fired the pellets in, a few liners. So I thought, right, get onto the short line again. And I got skimmered out. Taking 8mm wafters. Maybe I ought to have had a bigger wafter on there. Back out onto the long line, hooked into a mighty fish. Could not control that with me being so far out. It kited off to the right. I thought it was coming in. Chris at the side of me lifted his rod up for me. It did start coming in. I think you've seen a bit of footage of that, and then it set again. And I just thought I knew it was a big fish. It went through 3 swims, all lifting the rods because they thought they got bites. It's dislodged my hook. But with the spit being to my right, my line was actually over Chris's rod, onto the banking slightly, and it ended up in the tree, did the line. When they took my feeder off their lines, my line ended up in the tree, so that's why you didn't see that footage. Not so mighty there, pretty semi-skimmed. But all sorted, all very gentleman about it. There's nothing I could do. One of the guys saw it. He said it was at least, he said it had a massive tail. It was at least 15, 16 pound, maybe a bit more. That was a fish I really needed. Damn it. Right, so once I'm back on the short line, got skimmered out, decided to try it with 8mm pellet. And I had as you saw, I had a couple of fish off that. Then nothing, it just dried up again. Onto the long line, 0 on the long line, back onto the short line for a last try, last few minutes. I think I mentioned, I think there were about 15 or 20 minutes to go. 3 seconds before the hooter went, my tip went round, and I ended up with another carp. I've ended up with a total weight of 35 pounds, but, and I thought, because Chris was catching to my right, but I couldn't see his fish with the spit. I couldn't see when he was putting them in his keep net. They were bigger than I thought. He's ended up weighing 41 pounds, and he's picked me for the section. So well done, Chris, the Polish guy. What a mighty fisherman you are. Well done, son. The weight a few days ago was, I think the winning weight was about 180 in the 50s, which I mentioned. Today's winning weight was Simon Skelton from peg 18. He'd also got a spare peg to his right or left. I'm not sure which it was. Makes a big difference when everybody's tightly packed in like that. He's ended up with about 80 odd pounds, and he is your Maver match this qualifier. So good luck, Simon, in the final. Well done, pal. Nick Speed ended up with about £59. Bit disappointed with himself. I think he's done all right there. I think he expected a bit more. Still, I don't think those fish were feeding aggressively, not just yet. Not today anyway. Kieran to my right, I think he had about 50 odd pounds. He got some massive fish there and he got them on his short line too. But it's difficult when there's 100 anglers on one lake. It is difficult. It's not easy to qualify. So if you do qualify in one of those big matches, you are a mighty fisherman and you do have your day. So that summed the day up. David Wood ended up second in his section. He'd 40 odd pounds. I can't remember what he said, whether it was 45 or 49. I can't remember. 40 odd pounds, David Wood. So I think you've done well there, David. Well done, son. What a mighty fisherman you are. Can't call you semi-skimmed. I think he's done all right there. He's enjoyed his day. And so have I. Always enjoy my fishing. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the insights to a Maver match disqualifier at Barston Lakes. One big thank you. Andy Kinder always does a great job. Makes you feel welcome. Lets you know whether you've drawn crap or good. He said it was okay where I was, so I think you saw that. So thank you, Andy Kinder. What a mighty job you've done today. Well done, son. I don't know how he's actually done in his fishing, but he does like it there. So don't forget, folks. Oh, by the way, I have met a few of my viewers there. Very nice to see you, and thanks for saying hello. Always nice to see a few of my viewers there, and one or two of them were doing a bit of fishing as well. So very nice to see you. Don't forget, guys, it's absolutely free to subscribe. If you do like my videos, don't forget to subscribe. It is a freebie. If you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them. And a thumbs up would be very, very nice. Back on the bank for me on Saturday. It's the Feeder Masters at Hallcroft Fisheries. I find that very difficult there. I've done a bit of practicing and the fish seem to be switching on round about. It's been unbelievable. 5 to 3 they've switched on, and I've had quite a few fish from them. But there's not been as many anglers on there as what there will be on Saturday. So how that's going to fish, I don't know. And I do know it's quite peggy. So the Feeder Masters 3 qualify. You need to win your zone of 20. So I'm looking forward to that on Saturday. I think David Wood's there as well, so I'll see him there as well. So that's it from me. Until Saturday, I will see you on the bank at the Feeder Masters at Hallcroft Fishery. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon.